Karaoke night.
No, I heard I declined. I was working 12-hour days.
Don't worry, it was a couple's night.
It was lit. I ain't gonna lie.
It was a couple's night. It was a couple's night. Couple's night in Rochelle.
Alright, first off, can we just stop calling them church outings? I think that's the worst part of it.
An outing that people in the church take together for the purpose of social interaction.
So for me, a church outing is a normal event as you hang with your friends, people that you actually do like. You should like the people in your church, I'm just saying.
Church outings is a planned function by members in the committee to do something together with your church family.
Church outings are awkward because you gotta try to like be all holier than thou art and whatever. And I'm sorry, I can't.
Church events are awkward because people feel uncomfortable acting themselves.
People make it awkward. Why do people make it awkward? Because sometimes you might see somebody in church and they act one way, and then outside the church they act another way, and then you really realize that you don't know people as much as you think you do.
Like, you gotta be so holier than thou art. I'm sorry.
They're awkward because most of the places they pick, you really don't want to go. Who wants to go shopping?
I think it's just a matter of that we're not used to hanging out with people from the church so oftenly. And we often only see them on Sundays or Wednesdays for prayer, but we never actually like see them on Saturdays or like Friday night.
Who wants to go to a seafood festival?
Sometimes in church we have a custom of like, hi, how you doing? We're hugging on each other. How's everything? And then when you have to actually interact with them for an extended period of time and you have to see them outside of their church-ism or church protocol, it's funny because it's awkward.
I guess the awkwardness is like, it's not like your secular friends or your friends outside of the church where you kind of like are relaxed, you do what you want to do. But in church it's like they look at you like this, so if you act like this, you have to continue to be like this at the church outing.
I don't know, like we might feel weird, I guess, if people see us out of our element. Like if somebody sees you playing ball or somebody sees you joking and it's not about church with church people, it just feels awkward because people have not seen you in that light.
They feel like since they go on to these church outings that, oh, well, sister so-and-so or mother so-and-so is going to be there. I got to make sure that I'm on my P's and Q's. I can't laugh, smile, lift my eyebrows, anything during this church outing.
Yeah, I think the balance of what to do at a church outing is really important. Cause I feel like nobody knows what to do at a proper church outing, whether to order wine, whether to not be vegan. I don't know.
Yes, I've been to the youth church function 616. You know, but like when you get like a real outing, it gets kind of socially awkward because I think some people say I think I was younger and then your mother was trying to pair you with somebody. Boy, you see the girl over there, and so it's like I'm here to support because you made me come.
The worst, it's the same thing but different times. The church picnic. Okay, I've had some great experiences with the church picnic.
I feel like I had a lot of worse church outings. Oh, I feel like when my mom was there, because that's awkward. As a mom being a pastor, when she's there at a church outing, you never know. You gotta be there to be solid. Just be.
And the worst side of that is having to be in the wrong company with the wrong people, talk about the wrong things, mosquitoes and bugs flying around you, and just
I really don't have an experience at a church outing because I usually don't go. But
yes.
The best church outing was actually when I took some of the youths to a Christian poetry show, and these youths that I took are normally quiet. They're shy. They're not normally loud and over the top. And when they got there, they have a whole bunch of youths there, and they're up there praising the Lord. They're excited. The music definitely have Christian hip hop. They have, different young Christian artists up there, and the poetry was on point. Like, it's relatable.
Okay, I got reminded that I went to a church outing. We went to eat seafood, so that was the best church outing ever because I love seafood. So I guess
we can improve church outings by, I think, normalizing our expectations of a church outing. It should actually just be us hanging with friends. I feel like what you do in the world and what you do at church should be the same. So if you're like sinning completely or going to the strip clubs in the world, you shouldn't bring that to the church. So stop going to the strip clubs and go to normal events, and it can stop being so awkward.
We could mix it up, like where we're going. I don't want to go on no more church picnics. Like, I'm sorry, I like the food and all, but if I go on another church picnic, or if I go to see Moses on Broadway one time, like,
I guess not make it so churchy, and allow people to come relax and enjoy themselves, and show that they can enjoy themselves going out with the people in their church, the members in their church, and just relax and be yourself.
I don't know. I think we need to have variety. We need to include like more things that millennials would like to do. Maybe I want to go to a Knicks game. I mean, I'm a Knicks fan, so maybe I might want to go. They trash though. Maybe I might want to go to a Knicks game, or maybe I might. Oh, the Nets is even more trash.
I plead the fifth. I don't. I'm just kidding. Honestly, I think you just have to find different things, and the reality is it's be yourself. So you have to find this location where you have a group of individuals in various age categories where they all can go their separate ways.
Let's go to better church outings. If we're Christians, let's stop going out the norm and going to bowling and I mean, even though that's fun, there's plenty of things that we can do. We can go Christian concerts for one. We can go Christian poetry for two. There's so much to do besides bowling. Why is bowling the number one that church go to? Like, no matter what, like, first thing is like, oh, let's go bowling. Why?
How do we be ourselves during church outings? I think it's actually pretty simple. That's actually it's not that simple.
Who are you at a church outing if you're not yourself? I guess the holy person that you think you want to be.
Because it's awkward to be anything less than who you are. Like, why do you need to be different because of Sister So-and-so or Pastor Billy Bob is telling you that, you can't do this, you can't do that. As very well as a Christian what you should be doing. That's why before you take that first drink, you're like, dang. And then, when you about to go to that party on Saturday, you're like, dang.
I guess people go out and they feel uncomfortable because the judgment comes along. Look at Sister So-and-so's daughter or whatnot. And if you make the outing more, we're not gonna just like lay hands on everybody on the bus on the way to the place. But if you just pray and you just act normal, you laugh and you mix and you mingle with your church family, then laughter and fun and the presence of God will flow naturally.
It is and it isn't, because like the reason why I feel like we need to stop having two lives. I feel like we categorize what we do outside and what we do in church as two separate things, and that's why it's so hard and difficult to be yourself. You should be yourself in a church, and you should be yourself outside of church. You should live your life as holy as possible outside of church and as holy as possible inside of church. So when you go on these church outings, you're yourself always, because that's how you naturally live your life. You should live your life after Christ. So be yourself at all times, and you have nothing to worry about. Next time on Misfits Arise.
No one could help me. And one night in the midst of this, I found myself literally laying on the floor, crying, why me?